Christmas adventurers, and welcome back to Abnormal Voyages. My name is David.
And I'm Devana.
And we're here at the Dallas Arboretum to explore their wonderful Christmas town. They've got plenty set up, so let's jump right in. Come tag along.
We're going to a place that you've never heard of before. It's Abnormal Voyages. You're gonna learn something new. We're gonna open new doors. It's Abnormal Voyages.
Now, most people may think that arboretums have nothing but plants, but during the holiday season, the Dallas Arboretum creates an entire German-inspired Christmas village for everyone to enjoy. You'll find all kinds of festive shops, whether you're looking for baked goods, toys, decorations, almost anything you can think of that would make the Christmas season even jollier. Personally, I think this little music shop was one of my favorites. It was really cool seeing all these different instruments on display and just imagining the beautiful Christmas carols they'd be able to play for you.
Now when you're here, you're going to be doing a lot of walking around. Just in case you haven't brought your comfortable shoes, they have some here you can wear, so we're going to try these on. These are nice wooden shoes. Oh, see, that's easy. Wow, okay. This is not... How did you get it in there so easy?
No problem for me.
Yeah, these are really tight. But yeah, now we're looking stylish.
I like that out of all the stores, a butcher shop was necessary, I guess, to get all your Christmas meats. There was at least 2 or 3 different candy stores, lots of really good baked goods in there, and then various decorations outside. This one has a bunch of orphans singing. They didn't like this one, so he had to stand on the other side for them. And then some beautiful gingerbread people. I bet they would taste really, really good.
So the spirit of Christmas isn't just here in the village. There's also going to be a series of displays dedicated to one of the most famous Christmas carols of all time. So come follow us as we count down to Christmas. So here's our first display on the countdown to the 12 days of Christmas.
That's right, and we start here at 12 Drummers Drumming.
The 12 Days of Christmas is such a fantastic song and really shows how overboard some people go when it comes to Christmas presents.
Here we are at day 11, 11 pipers piping.
The decision to go with bagpipers instead of your common pipers was a really good choice, but these guys don't seem very enthusiastic about it.
Day 10, 10 Lords of Leaping.
Sorry about the little audio issue there. All the Christmas spirit kind of messed it up. But yes, this is 10 Lords of Leaping. 10 guys who decided to all go out and ice skate together.
And here's day 9, 9 ladies dancing.
All around a Christmas tree, these ladies are making sure that they're ready to go to any Christmas ball dances that may come up.
Now we're at day 8, 8 Maids of Milton.
This is definitely the cuddliest of all the gifts, because here you get 8 really fluffy cows.
Here's day 7, 7 swans a-swimming.
We've now reached the stage of gifting where every day for the most part is just birds. There is a lot of birds in this song, such as our next day, 6 geese a-laying. It is pretty cool that you get golden eggs out of the geese, but it's still geese. So 7 swans, 6 geese. Hopefully you have room for all the feathers that are going to be all over the place.
And now, everybody's favorite day, 5 golden rings.
Having this done with seals and a polar bear was fantastic, by far my favorite. But historically, they believe 5 golden rings actually refers to, yep, you guessed it, 5 more birds.
Day 4, 4 calling birds.
4 more birds, but at least these ones have some really stylish hairdos going on.
3 French hens for day 3.
Yup, 3 hens. I guess if you need more eggs besides the ones you got from the geese. I'm not sure.
We're almost to the end, but first, 2 turtle doves.
If I had to pick, this is probably the one that seems the most romantic with, 2 doves together. But, again, just more birds.
And finally, the last day of presents from our true love, a partridge in a pear tree.
This one was definitely gorgeous. I love the display, but I have to admit, personally, I'm not really a fan of pears. I like apples a whole lot more.
So now that we've seen the 12 days of Christmas, it is time to leave the Arboretum, but there is still plenty of Christmas magic to see in the DFW area.
That's right. Next, we're actually going to head to the Christmas capital of Texas. And there, we're going to see something very cool. We're now at the Gaylord Texan Hotel in Grapevine, Texas.
They've got a whole village full of various Christmas activities, so let's go check them out.
Now, as I mentioned, Grapevine is considered the Christmas capital of Texas, and getting to see the Gaylord Texan all done up like this really shows you why. They have a Christmas village that is complete with things such as snowball throwing. We don't really get much snow here in Texas, so this gives people a chance to get their hands all over the fluffy white stuff and practice their aim with some festive targets. The wintry fun continues with a big snow hill that you can climb into an inner tube and glide your way down this artificial snow hill. It might not be real snow, but the fun you have on it is definitely real. Or maybe ice skating is more your speed. You can throw on some skates and get out there and, I guess, go in circles for a while.
And now for the most iconic part of the Gaylord Christmas experience, ice.
That's right. Inside here are giant life-size statues, all telling us the classic story of how the Grinch stole Christmas. They keep it at like 9 degrees, so it's gonna be really, really cold in there, but very fun. Come on.
This one-of-a-kind event begins by showing you a movie that kind of shows the history of ice and where the idea initially came from. Every year in Harbin, they have the International Ice and Snow Festival. This festival lasts over a month and displays gorgeous, jaw-dropping ice sculptures. This event has been going on for over 60 years and truly is one of the most astounding things you can ever see. I am definitely putting it on my bucket list, and who knows, maybe some year we'll be doing our Christmas special from Harbin and take you along with us. But for now, let's focus on what we have here in Dallas. Now, it may not be an entire festival, but the Gaylord brings over some of these master artists from China who build things for the Harbin Festival and let them put a little taste of it here for the United States to enjoy. Massive ice blocks are brought in, and the carvers all get to work, bringing to life awesome scenes from some of your favorite Christmas stories. Of course, this year it is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So, out of these blocks of ice, these masters will soon find all the citizens of Whoville and the Grinch himself. And here's a little peek at some of the tools they use. All of the ice is carved by hand. And now, through the magic of ice, we are whisked away to Whoville, just in time to see the classic story play out. As we all know, the Grinch lived just north of Whoville at Mount Crumpet. He very much enjoyed his privacy and being alone, but the one thing he really hated was Christmas. Why? Well, nobody's quite sure, but it's probably because the Who's down in Whoville loved it a lot. And when they got in that Christmas spirit, they were loud, loud, loud. The Grinch had to deal with all this noise coming from Whoville, and honestly, he wished that Christmas would never come at all. It would stop from all the cheering and singing and banging of drums and musical instruments. All of it did nothing but give him a headache. Unfortunately, every year, Christmas still came around and all the noise cropped up and drifted to his mountain. There was nothing he could do about it. Or was there? The Grinch suddenly had a very Grinchy idea. He quickly sewed himself together an outfit just like Santa Claus, and then called his loyal dog Max and put a pair of antlers on him, so he looked just like a reindeer. After that, the Grinch hitched Max up to a sled and began to enact his very Grinchy plan of stealing Christmas. All the Who's were asleep down in Whoville. They had no idea what was happening. The Grinch, on the other hand, figured that if he stole all the food, all the presents, all the things that made Christmas Christmas, well, then Christmas couldn't happen. And then maybe finally he'd get some peace and quiet. Pretending to be Santa Claus, the Grinch snuck around straight down everyone's chimneys to get into their houses and steal everything that his Grinchy hands could get a hold of. Even the stockings that were hung on the fireplace were quickly snatched off their nails and thrown into the Grinch's great big sack. It wasn't long before the Grinch had taken everything. He loaded up his sled and had Max pull him to the top of Mount Crumpet. And there he would dump all this festive cheer and stop Christmas from coming. But right before he pushed everything over the mountain, he suddenly heard singing. He looked down into Whoville and saw that the Who's were still celebrating. Even without bows and packages and toys, Christmas had still come. And the Grinch realized that Christmas was more than just the gifts and the food. It was about being together and caring for one another. They say the Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes that day. He quickly sped back down the mountain and gave all the Christmas presents and food back to the Who's. And then the Grinch himself even celebrated with them, realizing that Christmas was something more and for everyone. The end.
Well, that was very cool and very cold. What better way to warm up than some nice hot chocolate? Very hot. Delicious though. And you know what goes really well with hot chocolate? Cookies. There we go, delicious cookies. And while we enjoy these, we can enjoy the beautiful centerpiece of the hotel, this wonderfully decorated lobby.
Anybody who steps foot in this lavish hotel can see immediately that the holiday spirit is alive and well. Everywhere you look is a festive treat for the eyes. There's a massive tree right as the centerpiece, giant nutcrackers, lights on every square inch. It's not surprising that this is considered one of the top places to celebrate Christmas. When you're here, you definitely need to take your time Or you might miss things, like this lovely little Christmas village built here with a train that circles around it. It looks like they're celebrating Christmas too. And in an atmosphere like this, how could you not? And who knows, maybe that train there is filled with ice blocks to go set up little ice. And even a reindeer friend welcoming you to sit on his bench and take a load off for a little bit. If you're very lucky, you might even get to see some true love springing up and reminding us that that's really what Christmas is all about. Love. Congratulations, you two.
Like I said, this place is absolutely gorgeous. And of course, I love Christmas lights, so this is perfect.
Good thing we've got one more place to go.
Oh, let's check it out.
I can't think of a more magical way to end our Dallas Christmas than with Prairie Lights, one of the area's premier light attractions. So we invite you now to sit back, relax, and enjoy the beautiful lights. Well, adventurers, it looks like our Christmas voyage has come to an end. As always, thank you for tagging along. And a special thanks to our friend Devana for showing us just how awesome Christmas can be. My name is David, and this has been Abnormal Voyages. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.